bloody bit nippy. There's milk crates there, there's sponges if you like.
Do you want me to put these things anywhere?
Oh, not yet.
Is this in the way here?
Are we live, brother?
We're live, man.
There we go, we're on.
We'll wait for our first contestant.
A little bit nippy in here. Got a couple of missed calls there too.
There's two people. Who's online?
Well, we can't.
Nelson, how are you? Simon, mate, how you doing, buddy?
That's Simon O'Carroll. G'day, Simon.
Bear with us, Simon.
It's last minute.
Just some last minute preps. Nikki, can you do our sound check again, Nikki?
I wonder if we're coming across all right there. The camera is a little bit further back than last week, so.
Hey, Nelson, how are you, buddy? Can you hear us all right, guys? We've upgraded the equipment. We've got professional stands here.
I'm just going to throw a jumper on, mate. It's a little
Are
nippy.
you feeling nippy, are you? A little cool in here. Bit fresh. G'day, Amp. We're using your professional stand. Can you hear us all right, guys? Thank you.
Coming across good.
Nikki can hear us all good. Yes, all good, she said. Thank you, Shawnee.
Who's on? Sean Richardson.
We'll just wait for the gang to gather. Episode 2 tonight, guys.
Good old Donald's.
We've got Donald's paraphernalia here.
Gee.
Is that heavy, for fuck's sake?
Yeah, should get it weighed, man. There's a neck brace. Man,
Steve.
he's on a mission.
Lisa, how you doing? Thanks for tuning in again. So how it's sitting well? Yeah, not bad. Oh yeah, there's a delay.
Yep.
That's fine.
So I come across all right. They can hear us all right.
Yeah, everyone can hear us, man, which is good. It is a bit cold. Oh.
Bit nippy.
Cameron. G'day, Cameron. How are you, buddy? Seeing you jump on. We'll just give a 5, guys. Get a few more people on board. We'll probably go through. We're going to start off just thanking everyone for all their fantastic support from last week. You've inspired us to keep this going and keep the radial scene updated, especially with the big events coming up. We'll probably kick it off with just thanking some of the people that are jumping on board to help us with some giveaways. We've got some fantastic giveaways, and a lot of it is focused on just some people who probably needed a bit more going through some of the dramas with the droughts and some of those families that are probably suffering at the moment. Our politicians probably aren't looking after them at all, to be honest. So we'll have some great giveaways. We've actually got Mrs. Speedy with her 9-second Capri. 9 something, you know, yeah?
Yeah, around 9s.
What did I run?
984.
984.
Yeah.
Miss Speedy's here in town. She's going to
car.
give us some of her fantastic Speedy gear, and a big thank you to Jim and Natasha from Speedy Diffs. They're going to give us a heap of gear to give away to some kids that probably need it the most. So we said last week, you know, Vic's always been a big supporter of the grassroots races. Doesn't matter if you're racing 24 seconds or 5 seconds, mate. We're going to love racing all the way. Hey, Jimmy, thanks for everything, mate. We really appreciate what you're doing.
Thank you, Jim.
You do a lot in the sport, mate, and I know I have a good go at you sometimes, but no, we appreciate everything, mate.
Do you want to sit back and whisk it, mate?
Yeah, no, we're all good here. Everyone can see me all good.
Well, the comments just getting
And then from there, we're going to kick it off. There's a fantastic racer who's actually a sponsor in Radial Riot, Simon O'Carroll, yeah? And
yes.
You know about Simon and all his work, yeah?
Yeah. No, Simon, I believe, he's got the black LX Tirana, big block nitrous assisted car.
Oh, right. Is that why you got the bottle here?
Well, we're a lover of everything.
Well, lover of all
natural,
horsepower.
force induction, we'll take anything. But
Fair enough.
Simon's is a big sponsor as well of the Radial Ride. He gets right into it. As I said, that black LX Tirana, he's got a notorious number plate. Consistent 790 car, doing it very easily.
Oh, really?
Very easily.
What
It's a bracket car.
tyre is that on?
He's on 275.
275 to the front, brother.
Yeah, he's going very well for the limited time that he's had in the car, and I seen about a month ago some footage He went 799, 796 and 791.
Oh,
all
wow.
at over 170 miles. So
Jeez.
it looked very, very soft. I don't know if that was on the nitrous there, but
Right. Okay.
yeah, the car's, that's just a bracket car, man.
Well, we're going to find out a lot more about what makes Simon tick, and especially want to hear from a sponsor in the sport who is passionate about the sport, not only to race and invest in his own car, but also to help support the Kenda 660. So we're here, guys, obviously trying to drum up as much interest as we can for Kenda and everything that Kenda does. Obviously, they're the premium radial race in this country. And Vic and I obviously are going to support it as much as we can to help grow the radial sport. A lot of people spending a lot of money to make these things happen. So what we'll do is we'll kick off and just thank some of the sponsors. And I think Chris Dulcis just jump on board now from Muscle Cars.
Yeah, no, Australian Muscle Car Sales, the guys down there, they big fans of the radial racing. There's a lot of good cars there, a lot of historic muscle cars.
Where's Chris based now?
He's based out at Kingsgrove, Commercial Road.
Okay.
In New South Wales there, and they've got a big 4,000 square perimeter operation, and a lot of cars there, and I'm sure if you walk in there'll be a toy just sitting there for you. So
Toy for everyone. So it's Ortis, mate. We'll get you on board anyway. I know that you've got some record sales that you've done there for the muscle car scene. So we're happy to support you. You're happy to support muscle cars, mate. And you know, if everyone goes to musclecarsales.com.au, you can have a look at some of the stock that they've got there. But I said to you before, we just wanted to thank some of the sponsors here. So we just want to thank Speedies over here. I hope everyone can see what's going on here. So we've got obviously Just Engine Tuning, Victor. There it is there. Give Victor a call. Vic will hand his number out at the end. Speedy Diffs. There you are there. And obviously you've got JW Automotive. Not Precision because they're smoky. And look, this is some of the gear that Natasha's bought in to give away tonight from Speedy. So again, thank you so much, Speedies, for everything that you do.
thank you guys. You're
great for the sport. And so what we want is we actually want you guys as racers to help us out and help us get to some of the families that probably need that the most. So if you've got any friends or any relatives that that you know that are sort of having a tough time, and you know, paying for race tickets and race gear is not a priority. We want you guys to help us tonight, give away some of this gear, and so we'll be tapping into anyone that you sort of know that might need it, or a couple of kids that you know that they love racing stuff and they love their t-shirts and hats. We'll be giving all that stuff away. But all right, well, we might bring on Simon at this point. Oh, here she is. There's Natasha herself here. Come on in, Natasha. We'll get you to promote. What do we have here? Show us what we got here, Natasha. Everyone, this is Natasha. She's coming around now. She's got a few goodies she's going to show everyone. Come and show us, Natasha, what we're giving away tonight. What have we got?
We're just...
You can go there right in front.
Hi guys, we're just giving away some t-shirts.
Beautiful. Speedy's front and back.
Front and back, coming into summer.
Yeah, that's very important for summer.
And
what else we got?
we've got some hats. I'll pass these to you.
Awesome. No, show everyone the hats. Miss Speedy here, 9-second car, guys. That Capri that you just saw was hers.
tough street car.
Tough street car there. Beautiful.
Good bucket hat.
Thank you, Miss Speedy, for that. And where can they get that gear if they wanted adult stuff?
If you like our Facebook or Instagram page, and then just send a
Come on over
DM.
here, Natasha, so everyone can see. You tell them where to get your gear.
If you like our Facebook page, so Speedy Diffs, you can send us a private message, inbox message.
So go to the Facebook page.
Yeah, Facebook or Instagram.
So what is it? Speedy Diffs?
Speedy Diffs.
Speedy Diffs. All right, you guys heard it. Speedy Diffs. If you want any t-shirts and stuff for yourselves, how much are the t-shirts normally, Natasha?
25.
$25, guys. Nothing if you want to support the Speedies brand. They support the racers. And Natasha, thanks for bringing all that stuff in, and we'll get you all the sizing after tonight. But we really appreciate it.
No worries. Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you
very
very much. All right, what's that? Did you just get a letter from someone? Did you?
Yeah, I've just been handed something.
Have you just been handed a letter? Have you? Who's this letter from, mate?
Here we go.
Victor's got a letter. Uh-oh.
Attention, Operation Radial Freedom. Okay. G'day Sam and Vic. Just a note to the Turbo world. You're all dead. Carry on. ... Who do you think that's from?
There's only one man that I reckon can say that these days. So
Tell you what, that's pretty big, but
note to the Turbo world, you're all dead.
that's what it says.
Carry on.
Carry on.
Love. Campo, it says. Anyone know Campo out there? Is that Campo's new car, is it?
Just hold that up there for everybody.
If you can read backwards, you'll understand. What does it say? It says, note to the Turbo world, you're all dead. Carry on, love Campo.
Jeez. I wonder if we can get him online.
I wonder if we can get him online. Anyway,
Campo,
as everyone knows, Campo just made, what was it, 5,000?
5,200 horsepower.
Jeez. He's got it all happening. So,
got a bit of steam on board there.
Rob's got something for everyone. I think he's dealing there with Craig Burns has built that car for him, SCF.
Yeah, SCF.
So SCF and Rob have been together for a long time. They've built a new car, brand new Mustang Shell. If everyone has not seen it, go to Rob Campuzzi's page, check it out. I think there's a video of that car. What was it? 5,200 plus horsepower.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure most people have seen it now.
So that's a Marine block, and yeah. Well, thanks for the note, Rob. And I gather some people have definitely probably taken note that there's a bit of horsepower coming around. So that's good. That's good for the sport.
It is. Rob's been one of the main guys. For a long time there with a number of people running, and he actually still retains the fastest power glide record in the world for any car, I believe. I'm pretty sure if you Wikipedia power glide and you look at some of the champions, it says Rob Campuzzi still holds the fastest time there.
Oh, that's pretty cool, man.
So that's pretty cool. I wouldn't mind having that title, but it's good to see him come back out, and he's really swinging for the fences here, and he's got a lot of power, and he's got a good new car, and it'd be interesting to see what he does. I'm sure.
Well, it might be the battle of the Mustangs.
Well,
there's a black one, there's a blue one.
I dare say,
fair enough.
It will be. So, it should be interesting to see what he has to do. So,
all right, guys.
Thank you for that, Rob.
I'm going to try and call on Simon now. Let's find Simon. We'll get him on board. Simon, let's add you, mate, if you're still there.
Chris Sortzes, ATB, all the best.
We're just adding Simon now, guys, our first guest for tonight. Now, we can't confirm or deny. Oh, there he is. Simon, how are you, buddy?
How you going, boys?
Very good,
Simon,
mate.
Can you hear us okay?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, no, we can hear you loud and clear.
Absolutely. Look, I'm loving that T-shirt, mate. Can you just explain fill in the gaps there, please, Simon?
It says that I don't like slicks.
It doesn't. You don't like slicks. It's okay, mate. The kids are probably in bed by now.
No slicks around here. No slicks around.
Fantastic, here. Simon. We want to thank you for your time, mate. And as I said before, you are what represents Australian racing. You are a racer in your own right, and you're also sponsoring the racing event. Not many people dip their hands in their pocket. It's starting to become more and more popular in terms of the radial scene in Australia. But, mate, firstly, congratulations to you for dipping your hand in your pocket, mate, and helping out Radial Riot, Scotty Harker and Justin, and to grow the sport. Tonight, we want to hear a little bit about your business, what you do, a little bit about your car, and also why you got involved in sponsoring Kenda as well. But I'll hand it over to Vic, because I think Vic's done a bit of background on searching on you, mate. That's a pretty stout car you got there.
Yeah, it's not bad. It should be good once we turn the bottle on.
Oh, fair enough. So that was without the bottle. You were running those 790s, yeah?
Yeah, 791 on the quarter mile, 171 and 506 on the 8th. So
wow,
just only jumped in the car this year, so just been getting used to driving it, and just see what we can get out of it aspirated, and now we'll turn the bottle on and go and have some fun with it.
Just quickly there, Simon.
Yep.
Sorry, just quickly. Did you have another Tirana prior to this one here with a little blower or something on it? Is that right?
Yeah, I've got the gold one here that I've got in the background here.
Yep. No, I remember that used to pick the front left wheels up and that, and that run pretty well for what it was.
That's the streeter. That runs 994. I think it's gone 994, 136 or 137. We still drive that on the street. Go for a cruise.
Yeah, buddy. That'd be pretty fun. And then obviously
the original engine that I had in the Tirana at the start of the year, the black car, we're going to put that in. It's a 900 horsepower, 565 aspirated E85 deal. We're going to put that in the gold Tirana on a 235 and see how fast we can get it to go. just aspirated.
Oh, shoot, he's coming for you, mate.
Yeah, I'm naturally aspirated, mate. Got me working out for me those big lots. Jeez, they get up.
And then let me guess, you'll put that on nitrous too.
No. Well, maybe. See what happens.
See how that eventuates anyway.
Yeah.
Very good. So, Simon, can you tell us a bit about what do you do for every day, and what made you really get into the radial scene and look at helping Scotty and Justin to sponsor Kenda 660 and really try and grow the sport in the class? And I know the category that you've selected as well, grassroots racers. They drive back and forth from the track themselves. Mate, they're working hard, no sponsors, and they rely on people like yourself to give them a little bit of prize money.
Yeah. So we've got a concrete swimming pool business, just a family business. Me and my wife. Just a few contractors. We use the same guys all the time. We're not a huge company. We work on sort of 40 to 50 pools a year, which is quite small compared to some of the bigger companies. I don't have a supervisor or salesman or anything like that. I do all that side of it. And just sort of, we just do what we can, and like to put back into the radial side of the sport, drag racing, because it's got a passion for it and been following it in the States for a few years now. Before I sort of noticed it was starting to pick up over here, and happy to put into it and try and grow it over here as well, because we've got a real passion for it, and I think that's where drag racing's sort of heading. The Ducks races, you see how big they are now over in the States. It's just the passion for it. I think it's exciting, and it's a change, from what drag racing used to be. It's just, big wheelies, trying to get a car down the track, trying to keep the front end on the ground, no wheelie bars, trying not to blow the tyres off, and trying to get as much power down as you can. It's exciting. It's good fun. It's just an adrenaline rush for me. It's, I hop in the car and I switch off from work, and which is the only time I probably do, when I strap into the car. And that's what it's all about. Switching off.
It is,
and going down the track.
And very good to hear that, a small family business like yourselves, and you didn't give yourself a plug, mate. So make sure you throw out your website there, and whereabouts are you based as well, Simon, so we can give it.
Yeah, we're based about 45 minutes out of Brisbane.
Awesome.
Yeah, so, pretty much all our work's just referral work. We don't really advertise anyway. Don't really need to give it a plug, to be honest.
Well, if there's any races out there that need a swimming pool, they can contact you,
Yeah, I've always got about 6 months worth of work in front of me.
We'll give you another 6 then, that's all right.
At the moment, we're trying to cram in about 3 weeks into 1 week, just so we can go racing next week and have a week off. So that's why I look like I do.
No, mate, you're looking good there. So, can you tell us a bit about the class that you're sponsoring, and where you think the times will end up, and who the sort of front runners will be in the class that you're sponsoring?
Well, it's just the grassroots side of racing. It's where we started back in the day. I started drag racing 21 years ago with a 15-second Tirana, and we've just sort of worked our way up from there, and didn't really, we had a break for a couple of years, had a couple of kids and started the business, and, didn't even go near the drag strip because it was too hard to go and watch. So I walked away from it for a little while, and the business sort of, once the business took off, then a few more funds to go out there and try and have a crack at it against some of the bigger guys. So it's the grassroots is where it starts. It's good to see some of the other guys coming out. That's the good thing about the Radial, what Scott and Justin has created as well. It's everyone can have a go, everyone can win a prize, and that's what I saw in it when I first jumped on board with it. Was everybody gets to win a prize. I've brought mates along. I've bought mates tyres just to get them out there to race, and they've come out there and they've won prizes and stuff, and now they're hooked. So yeah, I'm keen for everyone to get involved in it. But yeah, it's just good to see. Everybody can come out, have a go. You don't have to be the fastest car. There's so many prizes up for grabs, and everyone's got a chance.
And the class you're sponsoring
back in the day when I used to run APSA, you just went there to sort of make up numbers. But with what Scott and Justin do, you know, you go out there, you get minimum 6 runs, and you got a chance at winning something. So yeah.
The class you're sponsoring there, that's the Renegade, Radial Renegade class, and that's from 550 to 639 cutoff. That's correct.
Yep. That's correct.
So a lot of cars there in that as well.
Yeah, we'll get a heap of cars in that. Yep.
Just recapping, you went out there naturally aspirated. You went 790s like a bracket car, and yeah, you're just looking at turning the nitros up. Who's involved with the motor on that car?
Simon Krieger and Sam Fennick. Simon Krieger's been a massive help to me. He's been busting his ass for the last 2 or 3 weeks. Him and Craig Burns just changing everything around on the car because it was originally a slick car anyway. So for it to go 791 without us changing too much, going, you know, pulling the chicken sticks and the gum boots off and putting a set of 275s on it, there's not much that really changed on the car apart from that. And yeah, it went really well. So be interesting to see now what it can go. We've changed it all around now. We've put, you know, proper radial suspension in it, and yeah, see what it can do. I'm excited to see what it can do.
Yeah, no, look, you're in good hands there with SEF, and especially with Simon Krieger there with the big block nitrous stuff and the Torries. He's been around forever, Innocent Motorsports, and good friend of mine, Simon. And yeah, mate, I'm sure it'll go very, very quick. So can't wait for you to turn that bottle on.
Yep, yeah, me too.
So Simon from there it is.
Yeah, we've
got a spare one here if you need, man.
So Simon, we're looking at the entry list so far. Scotty Harker sent me something at the moment. So about 20 entrants in limited 275 so far, which is awesome for its own class. I think you'll get some good racing there. Where do you see the numbers sort of ending up there? I think, and I don't want to put you on the spot, but I think one of the big things that we need to get, maybe after Radial Riot, we get together and just make sure that the rules are fair. Once we see all the times that get laid down in Riot, but you know, I guess what we want to see is not what's happening in the States where, you know, if you look at X275 over there now, it's, you know, they're one step under a Radial versus a World Car now compared to where they started. So I just wanted to get your thoughts on the parity rules and where the sport should be making sure in Australia we keep the 275 class competitive for all.
Yep. Yeah, we'll just see who turns up, I suppose, and yeah, go from there. But
so in terms of weights, do you think that we've got the rules right from a weights point of view?
Well, at the moment we don't have any weights in there. So well, I think the best thing to do is just see who turns up for it, weigh all the cars on the day, and then sort of go from there and maybe put it to a bit of a vote or, I
think that's a good idea. I think that's why I said maybe after the event itself, it might be an idea to get, you know, everyone together and just see what everyone thinks. And, you know, I believe that we've got some great cars in that limited 275 class, but, you know, I guess one of the things that I was more concerned about, Simon, is, you know, when you get some of the big heavy hitters and they drop down into that class just to take it home, that's always the risk that you have when you...
My biggest concern is some of the big, you know, the big tyre, you know, 3/4 chassis cars coming down and putting 275s on because they can't cut it with the, you know, up in the 315 class. So I think if we try and keep it to at least a mini tub class, and, you know, I'm not overly bothered about weights at the moment, but yeah, just sort of the tyre's the main thing. I think we can only go so fast on a 275. You see what they're doing in the States. X275, you know, the quickest cars are, I think, 428, the Bruder brothers. Everyone else is probably nearly a tenth behind that. But, you know, the fastest cars are running high 30s. We've had a few cars out here that, you know, have run the 40s on that size tyre. So I think 40s is going to be where it's at out here for the time being. And then, this is the first time we brought in tyre classes as well with Kenda. So we've just got to have a look at it and sort of nut it out and go from there. There's no slow and steady wins the race, I reckon. Just, you know,
absolutely.
Don't rush into things and try and make a whole heap of rules and just see who turns up and work it out from there.
Totally agree. I think the only thing that I wanted to ensure with Scotty, and we spoke to Scotty in depth last week as well, and he's big on it as well. Like, he doesn't want he doesn't want to create too many rules in the sport, in the classes, so we distract from people coming in. But one of the things I said to Scotty was, listen, mate, you can't have some of these big dogs just whacking on the set of 275 and come down. And don't get me wrong, mate, I'll run what you brung, mate. I don't care about the weight. I don't care about the combo. I don't care about nothing, man. But what I worry about is when you've got an almost pro mod style vehicle that, you know, and there's a few of them, you know. There's a few, right? There's a few cars that are coming from the States, mate, and we know what all those cars are about. And, you know, Vic and I saw those cars 6 years ago before people even knew what was happening on Facebook, right? So we know what they're capable of. And you know, I'm looking at Ziff Hudson, and I'm looking at the Brooders, and I'm looking at that Bumblebee car. What did that just run on?
Crazy, 385.
Yeah, the blown thing.
The blown thing, mate.
Yeah, that's just mind-boggling.
275.
Yeah, that was on
194 mile an hour. So, like, you know, it's all filtering down. But, you know, you want to have a little bit of parity here, give everybody a bit of a chance, you know.
And I agree with Simon. So we run this race. I'm really looking forward to 20 plus cars, man, in limited 275. You know, I'm having a look quickly. Obviously, you've got the Outlaw Series. You know, there's almost a field for every class. We just need some people to get their bums happening and start entering, mate, and put your money down.
No point people whinging about rules if they don't turn up and race the events either. So, you know,
bingo, mate.
If you want to have a say, at least turn up and run the event, and then you might
have a go, run it, and we can move forward from there.
I mean, we've all been turning up for the last, you know. Well, I haven't been running for years, but a lot of the guys have been turning up for years, and it's, you know, we just turn up for the fun of it. We don't turn up trying to win the whole event. You know, some of the big guys might, but we just turn up to go out there and be a part of it and have fun. So, yeah.
And we agree, Simon. I mean, that's how we race. We've raced all over the country, and we don't go to win the event, mate. We know that we don't have, you know, all the horsepower in the world to win some of these events, mate. But we go, we compete. We're happy to run PBs. We're happy to compete with our fellow racers and run what we brung. And if it's good, it's good. If it's not good enough, we'll either step it up or you know, enjoy it.
Yep. Just keep the radials on and keep racing.
Well, that's what your T-shirt says anyway.
Yeah. Been having a bit of a shed clean out lately as well. I'm building a new shed shortly, so I'm getting rid of all the crap that was in my shed. So throwing.
Does that mean that you've got a lot of slicks for sale?
What's that?
Does that mean you've got a lot of slicks for sale?
No, only two. Two that came on the car and I bought. Yeah.
You're not building a pool, are you? Or have you got one?
Indoor pool.
Oh, indoor pool.
Yeah, no. I'm not building a pool.
No worries.
Very beautiful.
So
all right, Simon. Well, thanks for
coming up. You guys coming up for the riot?
Yeah. We're going to be there. Vic and I have got a special reveal happening next week. Probably on Friday. We'll be going live next Friday again, but we'll be at the track. We'll be doing a live feed from there as well. We're going to bring Donald along to some of those live feeds as well. I don't know. Donald Long might join us in about half an hour. We're just waiting to see his schedule. He reckons he's got to drop off his kids first, so we'll see how we go there.
No worries.
Beautiful. All right, mate. Well, thank you so much for your time. We really appreciate you jumping on board, and thank you for sponsoring the classes that you do.
Yeah, no worries. I'd like to thank Scott and Justin just for creating the whole Radial series. You know, it's been good. Gives everyone somewhere to race, and I'm sure everyone that comes out, everyone that I've converted to it, you know, they come back for more. So it's a good deal.
Absolutely.
So if you haven't put radials on and gone racing before, come out and have a go. And, you know, if you don't like it, don't come back. But I'm sure you will.
That's putting it straight. That's awesome. Simon, you've been a champion. Thank you for coming on and sharing a couple of things with us. Thanks for being a sponsor again, and keep doing your thing, and look forward to seeing you out there in a week and a half.
Yep, no worries. You too.
And when in doubt, go more.
Yep.
That's it. All right, mate. You have a good evening. Thank you, Simon.
Thank you for everything you do.
No worries.
See you later. So,
cheers, mate.
Guys, we've just had Simon O'Carroll on there, and he's sponsoring the 550 index class, I believe, 550 or 639 index class.
Yeah, the Radial Renegade class.
Radial Renegade. So we're looking at Radial Riot. If you haven't entered, get your butt in gear and enter. There will be the greatest radial event in Australia, bar none. Scotty and Justin are. Look, we can't stir the pot too much.
No.
but I know you like stirring the pot.
No, there's nothing to say at this stage. At this point in time, we'll keep it all civil.
Look, we can't stir the pot too much, but we know this. We know that right now, and guys, I want you to correct us if we're wrong, right? We've got, I think Perry Bullivant is actually the fastest at the moment.
I believe.
All right, Scotty, if you're watching, can you let us know, mate?
Perry Bullivant or Wade Wagstaff there.
Is Perry around? If Perry's around, get him on the Snickers bar, tell him to jump on. But at the moment, the way I see it, we got Perry at number 1. Wade was number 2.
Yes.
But Wade's taken the car over to the States, from what I understand.
Correct.
He's going to run it no mercy. And hopefully you run lights out too, Wade. So right now, in the prime position, we have Perry Bullivant, who, with the right track pep and Tyler Crosnose coming down.
Correct.
We got Willowbank right behind this event. Could we see Australian radial history next weekend, September the 1st at Willowbank Raceway? Vic, what's the prediction? What are you thinking? I'm going to check now what the weather's like, because I know that plays a role. But what do you think? Is it possible for Perry to get that Snickers car down? Is there going to be contenders? Are there going to be anyone that steps up? I know Sean Hale, mate, is really working on that. And I know that car, that blue Mustang of Sean's car, that car there, I've seen that run in the US. That is one of the fastest radial cars out there. Definitely has the ability to run the 3. But Vic, what are you thinking? Who do you think is going to be able to make this happen?
Look, it's anybody's sort of go at doing it, to be honest with you. I mean, you know, can they run the 390, 99? Absolutely, you know. I think I'm confident if the cars leave and, you know, I mean, I'm not going to say the stars, the planets, the moon, the line. I mean, there's a very, very good chance that a couple of guys will run the 3s. It's just going to matter of who's going to do it, you know, not when, but if, you know, it is going to happen. Will the Snickers guy do it? I mean, Perry, you know, I mean, geez, they've got a lot of laps under their belt. They've got a lot of data. You know, you would hate to think they wouldn't do it, but, you know, you just never know. You just never know, mate, you know. So, I mean, we're going to be on the same playing field. You know, there is another car that's coming out as well, and I know this other guy, he's swinging for the hills too. I mean, there's, you know, there are a lot of people doing a lot of things as we speak, and I can assure you, you know, the couple of days testing prior to the event, it is going to be all on.
Scotty, are you free to come on, mate, just for 5 minutes? We just want to talk about that $7,000 that you've just made everyone. Now, oh yeah, well done, Craig. Grubby's really starting to get a handle of that Daniels car.
Which car?
That the Daniels car, the red car that Matthew Grabrizza.
Oh yeah.
Now that car, that's one badass car.
You know, there's you know 3, 4, 5 cars that, you know, anything could happen. I mean, you know, whoever's going to run the 3 first is going to be exciting. But I can tell you this: if it goes 399, they will go way deeper than that.
All right, hold on, guys.
You heard it here.
We're going to bring Scotty on. I know he wanted to get some rest today, but there's no Scotty. He's coming on board now. Scotty, we want you to talk to us. How are you, brother?
Thanks, guys.
Good bud, yourself.
Sorry, we've taken you away from the family time, mate.
No, you're right. All good. All good.
We're the Kenda 660 weekly show here, mate. So we just want to get your just your commentary on the 3-second cash. I know the 3-second cash is important. Perry Bullivant, I think he's texting you every day. He wants the money. We need to know. We need to know what the story is with the money. When can they run the record? And who has the top? Who are the top 3 cars that you believe are going to break the Australian record for radial tyre cars in Australia next Saturday, September the 1st, mate, at Kenda 660. Over to you, Scotty.
$7,000.
7,000. You tell us, Scotty.
So, look, $3,000 for the first 3, $2,000 for the first 200. If they go off together, it's $7,000. Kenda's put in 5, and then Sean from All Over Plan always put a $2,000 double up if they go off together on the first time. You know what I mean? So basically, as soon as qualifying starts, it's open slather. If someone can kick it off in qualifying, away we go. You know, obviously not testing, but qualifying is when the money's up for grabs.
Needs to be done at the event. Needs to be done.
Yeah,
at the
exactly.
event.
In front of a crowd, mate.
Not on a
Everyone
Wednesday,
gets to see
Thursday,
it.
at the event.
Yep, exactly. So look, Perry's been an honest for probably 12 months for the money at every round, but look, it's something that's prestigious. It needs to be done in the right scene, and right's the right place for it, I think. So he's probably, yeah, as you said, he's probably the leader in that sense. He's got the car that's got the laps on it as far as making a 3 happen. Sean Hale's probably another good contender. That car is, as you said, badass. It'll go to 300 if they can get it sorted. Grubby's probably one flying under the radar with that car of his, and get some laps on it during testing and get it going. It'll be fast as well. So, plenty of guys out there that have got the ability to run that 3-second pass. We'll give them the track to play with. They said there's a few new cars in the scene that are going to be able to do it as well, So there's probably 4 or 5 cars there, I reckon, that are quite capable. So it'll bring that money home. Look, we'd love to do it at Kenda. Obviously, we've been pushing for that 3-second deal for about 12, 18 months now. And they're getting closer every time we go out there. So it's just weather's looking pretty good. I think mid to high 20s over the 3 days. The conditions are pretty stable. It's just one of those things. If we can get it done, it'll be awesome.
So, Scotty, let's just recap that. So, if a car in qualifying runs a 399.99, whatever it is,
99, yep,
that's $3,000.
Correct, yep.
If on the same pass they run a 200 mile an hour time, that's another $3,000.
$2,000, so $5,000 a lot from Kenda.
Yep. And then
Sean.
And then you got sponsors.
Yeah, so Sean, one of our other sponsors, who sponsors a class, the Radial Rumble guys, the street car guys. He's, like Simon, really invested into our series. He came on board and he said, look, if the guys can kick the 3 and 200 on the same pass, I'll throw another $2,000. So, jackpots it to $7,000 to have a swing for the fence. So it's
$7,000, guys.
Pretty good.
If you have a car that has any radial tyre on it and you believe you can run a 399, and even if you got a slick steamroller and you think you're going to put radials on it and come out and show us how it's all done,
come down.
$7,000. That's never been done in
Never been done. That's
Mate,
a massive
is that more than what Top Fuel pay for a Top Fuel event?
Yeah, probably, mate. It's you start digging around. We've got nearly $35,000 to give away over that weekend if it all goes off.
We're at 35K.
Simon's, you talk about guys like Simon. He's offered $500 cash for anyone that wins a class over the weekend if they've travelled more than 500K. So guys coming out of Sydney, out of up north, you know what I mean? $500 extra if you win your class. So you get $1,000 to win, and then another $500 for making the trip. So
That's
it's
awesome.
not big dollars, but it all goes a long way. You know what I mean? So. And he's done that every round, every round of Kenda, that we've had at Willowbank, he's offered that up to the classes. So, he has a chance of tipping another $1,500, $2,000 in a meeting against guys that are winning. So, and a few guys have claimed it. Perry obviously has had a couple of cracks at it. Phil with the little Honda with the turbo attached to it.
The turbo with the Honda attached. Yep.
Yeah, that's right, exactly. he's had a crack at it, so... Look, it's just all the little things we try and do. And look, the money's the same across the board, even for the guys with the Radial Rockets on the bikes with the radials. They're $1,000 to win. If they travel out of Sydney, they get another $500 if they win the class. So, if they pick up a quickest boosted, they got a capability of $2,000 winning on a bike for the weekend. So, I don't think those guys see that sort of cash, and we want to treat them guys exactly like we do our car guys. There's no bias. There's no, their bike, they should be paid less. It's even across the board for everyone. So even a quickest aspirated bike gets $500. So
Jesus, man,
it's just about sharing that pot around.
Nah, Scotty, you're doing fantastic, man. And look, we don't want to disturb you every week, mate, but we are because, mate, we're just 7 days away from the biggest radial event in Australia, mate. We're excited. We're excited for you guys. Yep. We're excited for the races. And look, albeit, mate, that Snickers car, I think, what did he go? He's gone a 406 at this stage.
Yeah, 06, and Waggy went an 07 from memory.
06.
So there's not much in.
Now Waggy's car's gone, or is it going to make a special appearance?
No, it's gone, mate. We've been talking to Wade. It's definitely over there. You know what I mean? So
okay.
There's
really
some cars in the background.
Perry's there, but it's there might be some contenders that are coming.
Oh, for sure. Look, we hopefully we can give Daniel a car, whichever car we end up picking to put him in. That's still keeping everyone on their toes on what he's going to be driving, and we'll obviously get to that probably later next week at some stage once he's here and go around and look at a few cars and sheds and see which one he likes. I suppose is probably the best way to do it. It's his choice on which one he wants to drive.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. So
pretty much, yeah.
We were thinking maybe Friday we might find one of those sheds because we've heard there's a couple of sheds out there, but one of them in particular we've heard that could have something that your driver may be happy to jump into.
Yeah, for sure. You know, there's a few options there. There's some chocolate bar cars he likes as well. You know, Perry's offered his up there, so you know we've got a few good options.
Perry offered his car.
Yeah, Perry's offered his car up, mate. He's happy to stick someone else in there. You know what I mean? So yeah, there's a couple of options around the place.
Now, Scotty, I haven't seen the entry list, but is Burnsy entered?
No, unfortunately, Craig's not going to make this one due to some health issues. He'll be up Thursday, Friday, but yeah, Saturday he's got some medical appointments he's got to attend to. So unfortunately, he's pretty devoed, and we are too, that he's not going to make it. You know, I mean, I'm a blower man at heart, and it was going to be cool to see him. So look, Craig,
that's why I brought it up, because you know, Burnsy's the Stevie Fast of Australia now, man. He's the blower Radial guy now. So you know, I didn't know if he wasn't going to be there, but we wish him all the best if he's just getting some health stuff done on the Saturday. But would have been good to see the blower car there. I think that car will be capable. Obviously, he's got the power, man. We've seen the short numbers there that he's done already. So, but anyway, it looks like there'll be some turbo cars there, and we'll see.
Yeah, you got nitrous cars. You got Todd Knight and Simon Krieger. Todd Knight's coming out of the Territories running this weekend. You're coming down to Grudge Kings the other week. He's got some 3-on-5s. Burns, he's set that car up. So, you know, it's a 632 Cuba with 2 kits on it. So it'll be a cat amongst the pigeons for sure.
No, very good, guys. So look, I guess what we're trying to do here is, Scotty's, we want to get everyone to enter. If you haven't entered, please get yourself entered. When do entries close, Scotty?
Next Wednesday, 5 o'clock. So, look, there is the option Thursday, Friday. Guys are really burning the midnight oil that they can enter Thursday, Friday for an additional fee. But look, we'd like to see everyone's entries in by Wednesday, 5 p.m. You know, if you don't make it, obviously the track will refund that to you guys if you don't make the appearance. So, you know, we're sitting at 91 cars as of this morning, which is a pretty good number. I think we'll go close to pushing that 150 mark by the end of next week. So.
Excuse me. No, you're a different. So,
should be a good deal.
91 cars. Are we looking at over 100 cars coming to this radio ride?
I reckon so, mate. I reckon we'll probably get close to that 150. We had 138 last year, so was the official entry. But yeah, 150 is probably what we're looking at now with where we're sitting this week. And normally the last week they sort of flood in. There's a lot of guys waiting till they run Jambo this weekend to see how their cars pull up. You know, you got Stu Walsh, for example. He's got the whole deal there to switch his Camaro over to Radials early next week. If it all pulls up. Yeah. So, you know, you wouldn't know what Moitz have got in the trail there, possibly. You know, they've been feeling around the last 6 months on the Radial scene, talking about coming. You know, you wouldn't be surprised to see them throw some 3-on-5s, and I think it'd be a long shot if they did. You wouldn't know with those guys. They're armed to do anything usually. So,
look, Scotty, I've been to the Radial race with Paul Moit, so he's no stranger to Radials.
No, we've had some conversations with Justin has over the last few months, you know what I mean? So they're definitely interested, and that 3-second carrot's obviously something they're looking at too, you know what I mean? Put their name against that. So
fair enough.
You wouldn't know what they end up doing. So
fair enough. Well, definitely, if anyone's going to put their hand up, I think Paul Moit's definitely thrown his hand up before and shown that if he sticks to something, he's going to win it. So look, the excitement is building, I think, Scott. We're going to try and keep that momentum, and Matthew Grabuse is on there, and I think I'm going to bring him on board to the live feed, I think, Scott, because I think Grubby's a bit of an unsung hero at the moment with that red rocket. I've seen that red rocket. I said to Vic we should have bought that car maybe 2 years ago, but anyway, we missed out on that car.
Buy everybody car. Awesome.
All right, Scott.
Cool, guys. All right, we appreciate the support you guys are giving us. You know, I mean, every little bit helps. I said all the races that have entered so far, appreciate that, and the guys that are still looking to do it, get your entries in, and we'll make it a killer event. That's for sure.
Well, mate, the last feed we're up to just under 4,000 views now of that last feed. So next week I've got Donald booking probably twice. I just got to maybe get a Kenda t-shirt or 2 over to him. So we'll talk offline, mate, and he'll do a couple of videos. Yeah, but look, mate, we've got some guys that are handing out some stuff. And before you go, mate, I want to thank you for stepping up. We are very appreciative of the fact that you've given us 5 double passes to hand out to some people. I'm going to put it out there. I want some of the races to get back to us. Doesn't have to be tonight, but we want to give it to some families that are probably struggling a bit in the rural areas. They want to come out to the race, probably can't afford it. Mate, we'll give them a couple of tickets. If they've got a couple of kids, we'll give them a hat or 2. Mate, we've got Spready Dips. I don't know if you can see. Look at all these hats they've given us, man.
Yeah, that's good, eh?
mate.
And look, kids under 14 are free. You know, we had that conversation last week. So anyone that wants to bring their kids out, make it a family day, 14 and under, they get in for free. So it's, you know, drag racing's always been a family sport. No matter what we're running, radials, slicks, you know, at the end of the day, it's always been a family-driven sport. And kids are always a good thing around the place. It's the next generation, and we need to bring them through, you know what I mean, to keep it going.
Absolutely. God bless you, mate. Thanks, Scotty. We'll speak
Cheers, guys.
next week, mate. We're going to wrap it up, so keep your schedule free for Victor and I, mate. We've got at least 3 live feeds next week, so we'll be doing it, with you, mate.
All right, mate.
Thanks,
Thank you,
mate.
Scotty. Have a good evening.
Grubby, get yourself ready, mate.
Thanks,
Scotty's coming off, and Grubby, I'm going to bring you on, mate. Talk about that red rocket. Where are you here? Where is he?
Grubby's on there.
There he is, mate.
He's
I can't add him.
Why? What happened there, Grubby?
Grubby, mate.
So you can get back on.
We can't add you. We were going to put Sean on. We want to hear about this this Mustang. Where is he?
Sean coming on.
I don't know. We're trying to add him. He's probably eating dinner.
Why can't you?
I don't know. Grubby, you wouldn't let us with Grubby. Let me have a look here.
Jeez, man.
So Victor, that's pretty big, mate. $7,000.
Yeah, look, that's a pretty big pot there, 7K. You know, I mean, look, for a radial event, it is the biggest of its type and for its class win. I mean, I know we had that Pose race there with the 50K, which was awesome, and you know those guys done a solid job there. But you know, in terms of radial race here, it's going to be huge. And as I said, you know, I believe a couple of guys will run 390s. So it's the race will be on definitely. You know, we've got a couple of contenders as we've said. You know, we've got Grubby there who could do something. Perry, you know, Sean himself. You know, there's you know another 2 guys there as well. So yeah, let's see what happens. I mean, it's definitely going to be. There's I think Scott Harker said Todd Norton and Simon Kryberger with the nitrous cars coming down as well. So yeah, anything could happen. But I believe 390s will be in the bag more than once. It's just a matter of who's going to do it first. So yeah, we got Grubby coming on, or Sean Hale, or
Matty, you need a messenger, mate. Hopefully you've got messenger there or something like that. But look, if we can't get you on live, Matt, if you can tell us what's the fastest that car's run in the States, and what's the prediction from you, mate? I've seen you get very comfortable in that car the last time it was out. I think it was here for Grudge Kings. Yeah, so that was here for Grudge Kings there. You look pretty comfortable behind the driver's seat, my friend. So is it ready now to really give it its potential? What are you thinking, Grubby? Let us know in the comments there. While Grubby's doing that, guys, let's hand it over to you guys now. Do you think all of us can tap into some of the races that are maybe doing it tough? We've got 5 double passes to hand out to Radial Riot for free to some people that are doing it tough, and I put it out there. It was more for the farmers that are going through the drought. I think we all should chip in as much as we can. So big thank you to the Kenda team for the 5 double passes. I think that's important just to help a couple of families that weren't going to make it originally. They're doing it really tough. And we really wanted to give back. We've also got some fantastic speedy gear. Vic's going to hold up the t-shirt now. So any kids that are out there that you think deserve this, might be sick, they might be in hospital. You know, I've seen a couple of posts where there was some pretty sick kids out there, wanted some stickers. So Speedy's also bought some stickers as well. So if you know anyone that needs stickers, if there's any sick kids out there that would like this sort of stuff, what we want you to do is just message me on the Jet275 page. And we'll get that stuff out to you guys. We just need sizes. Oh, there's some. Now that
posters there.
One's for Matty McCarthy.
Matty McCarthy.
Yeah.
Where is Matty McCarthy?
Where is that guy? He's sending.
Can anybody tell me where is Matty McCarthy?
For the prize of the Speedy Diffs bottle cooler thing, you can tell Matty he's got one from us, mate, and he's going to send it. Actually, that bluebird's going to get wound up.
Well.
What's the story?
Is Matty watching? Is he on the live?
I don't know if Matty's watching.
If somebody can get in contact with Matty and get him on there, we'd like to have a quick word to him. He's probably doing something in the garage there to the car and saying he's doing nothing, but he's, you know, when they say they do nothing, that's when you know they're doing something. But anyway.
Oh, yeah, hold on. Scotty Harker said he's offline until after Riot. Right. Okay.
There you go.
Scotty, we're going to get him one of these. We'll probably bring it up with us for Matty McCarthy. So guys, please message us on the Jet275 page We want to hand out some of this stuff. We want to hand out some of the T-shirts to some of the kids that probably having a tough time, or if they're in a drought-affected family, let us know. Speedy's given us 10 hats and 10 T-shirts. You just need to let us know the sizes, and we'll let Jim and Natasha know. But the other thing is the 5 free tickets. Let's not let those go to waste. So if you guys know any families that are doing it tough, let us know. We've got 5 double passes. Radial Riot.
Simon O'Carroll there, just responding to Matty McCarthy. What's he got?
Matty McCarthy's whereabouts, is he?
Oh, he's saying he's running scared, knows there is a nitrous car coming.
Oh,
wow.
snap.
There we go.
Oh, snap.
There we go.
I think
Matty McCarthy's won one of these events before. The underdog, he come in. He did.
Yeah.
He was up against Boulevard there. And,
he took out the crown, yeah.
He did. It was a pretty poor track, that meeting. But at the end of the day, everyone was on the same playing field. And Matty come up trumps and run really, really well. And good on him, you know. He's
not easy to put that Snickers car away. So
yeah, I mean, both small blocks and that, but Matty, definitely will go down not without a fight. That is for sure.
Well, we wish Matty all the best. Obviously, he's trying to get things ready. We got Grubby here, ready to go, boys. Grubby saying had a few problems, but it's all sorted. Hopefully, giving it a good shot to run Australia's first 3. Fireboard has been 3.8 at 2:09 in the States. So, Grubby, all you need is a track. Scotty Harker is making sure you've got the track there. So, Victor, on those numbers, 3.8 at 2:09. I know it's not Georgia.
That's massive.
I know it's not Georgia here. Do you think that can be achieved here?
A 380. Look, a 380 is doable. I mean, that's a big call. It is doable, but I believe there will be a couple of people that will go 90s.
90s.
And from that point, they will turn it up.
We're going to call it 90s.
Well, that's if they've got all.
Right.
That's if I don't want to keep hearing. I had way more in it and this and that, and
Oh, look, we're sick of that. We're sick of that. Look, guys, let's be honest, right? Yeah. There's that many Proline engines here. Proline should set up a shop here. Well done to Frank at Dandy Engines because he's bringing them in left, right, and centre. But mate, those things have got a lot of power, a lot of steam behind them. I think it's more just getting them down the track at the moment. We're seeing a lot of people are doing big suspension changes. People have worked out that getting the car down is the issue, not the power.
Well, look, it's all about the power management we've known for the last 5-6 years. I mean, I remember Billy Stockland, 6-7 years ago, telling me, mate, you got to leave, And I can tell you, it doesn't matter what you throw at it. If it don't stick, well, you ain't going nowhere. So that's where the strategies come into play. But this is where all the tuners and the suspension and chassis guys got their work cut out for them. And obviously you deal with the track at hand, but more importantly, we are not going to have a bad track. We are probably going to have the best track. Tyler's coming down. I mean, the Kenda boys have said, this is it. Everyone wants to see the 3, and I'm very confident we will see a number of 3s. Going back to Grubby with the 380, I'm not saying it can't be done. Let's see. I mean, I remember that car 3 years ago won the meeting. He ran. He was one of the first to go. 80s over there about 3 years ago at Lights Out, and I think it was Lights Out 6. And he ran over 205 mile an hour there. When everyone was in the mid 190s. So he's got a lot of power on board that thing, and if he gets that to leave, it's see ya.
Well, that's the same with Sean Hale's car as well, Victor. That blue Mustang.
Yeah.
That's
380s, that's low 380s, 206 mile, 208 somewhere there.
208 mile,
I've seen. Yeah.
And that car there definitely has the ability. Those 2 cars, the blue and the red car, I think definitely have the ability to do it.
Absolutely.
I think the tracks are so different here in Australia that it makes it a bit tougher for these guys to get it down. Perry went 197 last event.
Yeah, well, there you go. Yeah.
So
was that in Sydney on the slicks here, or was it? I think he ran 370 or 380 with the slicks at
he did.
Right?
No, he ran 380s on the slicks, right?
He did. They had the big steamrollers, but it's it did it. So
Sydney Dragway is different to Willowbank as well. There was no radial prep, and so look,
it was suited for that track.
Yeah, correct. For the 50k race.
So look, I mean, we've got Tyler coming out here, and I mean, providing weather conditions are good, I tell you what, if that track is on song, we are going to see a string of 90s. I can guarantee you that.
Absolutely.
I'll be very surprised if we don't. I mean, it's a big call, but I'm going to go out on a limb and say it. I mean, guys have got a lot of power on board. They got their tune-ups and power management, sorted. Well, guess what, mate? If that thing leaves, see you later. Shut the gates and send it.
Scotty Harker's just saying Perry ran the 197 at the last Kenda event in July.
Okay.
Yeah, he ran 197 there. So,
well, mate, yeah.
So
I think it might have been 194 then.
Right,
Here in Sydney,
194 here in Sydney.
194.
Given the numbers, guys, there is no doubt you need to get your tickets. You need to be there for qualifying. You need to sit your bums on the seats and get ready, because you are going to see Australia's first 3-second radial pass. I don't have any doubt in the world. Victor and I know there is a car that has been put together. And let me tell you guys, the car that's been put together, world class. There are world class guys that are working on it as we speak. Look, we can't say too much because we don't know if the car's really going to be totally ready. It's a huge project that's been undertaken, Victor. It is absolutely huge.
In the last 5 weeks, I mean, you know, you're potentially looking at things that would take 6 months to a year, but, you know, these guys are dedicated. They're going round the clock. They're not saying anything. They're doing whatever they can. And, you know, they've got a very, very good chance of being there. And, you know, I mean, let's see how it all pans out. You know, I mean, it's not easy. It takes more than a motor and power and, you know, than that. But, you know, hey, you just never know. You can never underestimate anyone. That's one thing I've learnt.
Yes.
And when you least expect it, the bomb will get dropped. Let me tell you, the bomb will get dropped.
We've learnt that the hard way sometimes, and we understand that, you know, if we're stepping it up, then someone else is stepping it up too.
100%.
And at the end of the day, you got to just bring what you got. Scotty, thanks for telling us. So, guys, $25 to spectate. We'll get that out there as well. It's only $25 to come down, but for some people, $25 is a lot. So remember, we're giving away those 5 free double passes. I want you guys to message us with some families that you think might be in need of those, because Vic and I will take a lot of pleasure in giving those passes out. Give us the names and we'll get Scotty to handle getting the tickets out.
Kids are for free as well.
Kids are for free under 14. Everyone needs to remember that. Kids are for free under 14. Simon O'Carroll's calling it. We're going to see more than one 3-second pass at the event. Look, I'll go with Simon. I think we will.
100%.
I think there's enough firepower there.
You know? I mean, everybody's amped up. So, you know, it like I said, it's not a matter if, just when, but definitely this will happen. This will happen, you know. Thursday, Wednesday, there will be a big indicator of where things are.
I think testing will give us any. Look, if someone does any testing, I think we should applaud it, even if it's in testing.
Regardless, 100%, it's been done. I mean, obviously the jackpot and the money will not go off as per the Kenda rules.
I think that's good.
And 100%. And
Scotty's laid the law down. If it's done in qualifying on race day, you run the 3 and the 200. You're going home with $7,000.
Exactly.
Right, but
the sponsor Sean has also put that 2 in there.
Absolutely.
So you know that's a big thing. You run the 3 and the 200 on the same one, you're going away with $7,000.
Absolutely,
so,
absolutely.
You know, I just quickly, Sam, I just remembered the old TKM car there.
Oh yeah, Mullins' car.
Mullins' old car there.
Jeez, we forgot
Victoria
that.
there.
Now,
I believe, I don't know.
Now you felt crew on that car?
Yeah,
before?
we did. About 3 years ago there.
We that red Mustang can definitely get down there. What was that? That was in the 380, 389, something like that, 390s there?
380, high 380, 390s he went, but
right.
You know, a couple of years before that, when the benchmark was in the 420s, he
correct,
came out and run bottom 4-1.
First to run teens he was at the time as well. So, look, Kevin Mullins, guys, if you don't know who Kevin Mullins is, you need to look him up. And there's a fantastic Australian family who bought his car. They bought him over as well. They bought Kevin and his wife over. Lovely people. Probably the most accommodating people that we've ever met in Georgia as well. Sometimes, mate, they just brought us in. It was pouring rain, I remember one event. And, mate, they brought us into the trailer and very hospitable as well.
The gentleman, sorry, in Victoria, eludes me his name. He's also got a ute that he runs in the Drag Week Challenge as well.
Right.
If someone can remember the guy's name.
If anyone can remember his name, let us know. But that's a car that I think's flying under the radar.
100%.
Absolutely.
100%.
No,
I'm
we'll
pretty sure
spot
they've
it.
been doing some testing. So, yeah, look, you know, I believe the 3s are going to be going, and then once that happens, it'll be all on. People will be going for, you know.
Well, look, we've got it here. It could be that Mr. Mullins, TKM, the Kevin Mullins, may be coming to the event.
Well, that would be awesome.
Well, look, I think. Look,
he's one of the.
Jared Wood. That's it.
Jared Wood. There
Jared
you go.
Wood. Thank you, Graham. Thank you, Graham, for giving us that. I think Graham will give you a hat, mate, for that. So just send us your details, and we appreciate that. Graham will be in there. Is Matt wearing clothes? He's probably wearing clothes, mate.
It is very cold.
It is cold up there.
It's cold up
there at the moment. So. But no doubt that he's got something in his hand that can fit in there as well. So, absolutely. All right, guys. Well, look, happy to take some questions before we wrap up. We were hoping for Donald to join us, but he may be a little bit out of the time zone. So we're definitely going to have Donald on next week anyway. I didn't advertise that we had Donald on tonight anyway. So.
No, it was just a last minute thing.
Last minute thing.
The regulars on and
basically, Donald's told me and Victor that he'd be happy to join the live feed anytime we've got it. So it's just a matter of getting the stars and planets to align, obviously, with the times, because right now it's just hit 7 a.m. In Florida. So those guys are just waking up. But guys, let us know if you've got any questions, and if please, I want to start seeing the messages of any families that that can really do with some of that work. Now, Nikki Hepburn, are you still online?
I believe she may be.
Can you see Nikki's face up there? Is that Nikki up there? Nikki, if you're still online, we just want to bring you up. Are you racing 235?
It's going to go down to the wire. I mean, I always like to say no, and if it's yes, we'll say be it. I'll be there. I'll be there with something. I'll be with a wheelbarrow, pushing with a 235, anything, mate. But yeah, we'll have a go. We'll see what happens. It's not over yet, but we'll just see. Yeah, I don't like catching me chickens before they hatch. So.
There's a time restriction that we're fighting for Victor to be there on the time 3.5, but we'll try our best.
Oh, look, we'll just keep going. I mean, after the live feed, we'll just keep going right through the night here and keep doing what we do. But
worst case, you can put nitrous on.
Oh, jeez. Bottles are for babies, mate. But let's not start that at
hold
the end of the
on.
show now.
Nikki's here. Nikki, we want to know, have you packed your bags for Puerto Rico? Hold on.
Why can't you?
Why can't I add you, Nikki? No, we can't add Nikki on the live feed for some reason, guys. Can you people get messengers so we can add you?
What about, is Kane Mackey on there? He's on there.
Is Kane there?
He goes, Vic, your neck looks sore. Yeah, my traps, man. Forget it. They're pumped up. I'm over it.
Oh, Rallis is here. How you going, Rallis?
Rallis is on the feed there.
No,
Go,
can't add Kane either.
What, guys? Can you please get messenger? Very important. We cannot get on. Try accessing there. Try again. No. We believe Kane Mackey's coming out to the event as well.
Absolutely. Nikki, is your car loaded yet? Can you let us know, Nikki Hepburn, is your car loaded, and getting ready to head over to take on those people?
Gee, are they gonna cop a fright from that?
Is Justin Wilkinson on? What's he doing? Is he around?
He's probably buried doing some motor in the back there. Or
he's got wires coming out of his head.
Well, there's something going on there between him and Michael Ahern. There is definitely something going on.
Him and Mick, boys, how are you, mate? We're looking forward to seeing you guys next week. Obviously, Mr. Victor's got the promotional gear on for you, JW. I think those jumpers are $35, $45 or something. Just hit up JW if you like them. Nikki Hepburn. So how come we can't put you on the feed, Nikki?
You do have messenger.
Next week. Next week it leaves. Oh, shit. Okay.
I believe Thursday's the day.
No way. So
it's going in the container and...
is the car ready?
Yeah. Well, she'll be going to drop the bomb over there, that's for sure. Believe you me. You're going to see some massive things over there from Nikki Hepburn and Justin
Scotty Harker. Agree. So everyone who's liked the Jet 275 page, make sure you go and like the Kenda 660 page. That way you guys get all the live updates as well. We're going to share the love, obviously, with this Kenda page when we do the live feed next week as well. So I think we're definitely going to be on the Friday. We'll be on the Thursday night as well. Definitely on the Saturday. So, guys, we're going to have some great special guests. Absolutely, we're going to reveal the car that the driver is going to be jumping into next week. So that's going to be exciting, and it'll be exclusive on the Jet 275 page, I hope, anyway.
Yes.
With the people that we know. So Nikki's told us it will be ready. Okay.
Of course, it's going to be ready.
It's going to be an experience of a lifetime. For you, Nikki. So you make sure that you show those guys how that Toyota 86 goes, and a beautiful turbo by Garrett Power there, I believe.
Absolutely.
That's
Garrett. Aren't Garrett doing some amazing stuff? I mean, do I have to recap again? Rob Campese, 5,200.
Yep.
You know, and he reckons he's got more, but, you know, hey, we're not going to start this now. We're not going to start this now, are we?
Oh, you know, we had way more in it.
We had way more in it. You know,
it was welding the diff.
Oh, man. I'm just sick of the 101 bullshit excuses at the track, man.
Now, one thing we're going to do on next week's live feed, guys, is we want to hear the call-outs. I haven't heard any call-outs. I haven't heard any grudge racing between anyone. Are we putting some money down on the pot? What do you reckon, Barrel? Should we really start ramping up some of these call-outs, mate? 500 on the line. If you think you've got the balls to take someone on, I think that's what needs to happen in this
100%. I think it's going to make it exciting. Guys, all the guys out there, you know, everyone's making a run for it. And, hey, at the end of the day, A little bit of banter is good for it, and realistically, you know, run what you brung and hope you brung enough. If the track's going to be there, bring your car, send it, man. Send it. If you want to call someone out, call them out. Call them out. Don't be scared.
We need call-outs.
Don't be scared.
Nicky, who are you calling out over there? You calling someone out? Has that already been locked in?
Well, I think they called Nicky out about 4 months ago. And they said, you better get over here and we'll show you what we got. But you know what? The bomb will be dropped by Nicky Hepburn and the JW team in the US.
All right, so big shout out again, Speedy Diffs. Thanks, Jim and Natasha. Guys, we want to give these out to some of the kids that need them the most, right? So please make sure we've got the gear. We're not going to keep them ourselves anyway. So as you can see there, there's plenty of gear to go around. There's stickers, there's more hats. And guys, if we can't give them all out to kids, we're happy to give them out to some people that are supporting us. So want to thank you all for your time. Anything else to add there?
Yeah, look, we've had a bit of a call out there, I think, already. Simon O'Carroll, what's he saying? Matty McCarthy, where are you at?
Oh, is that it?
Scott Harker, McCarthy versus O'Carroll. Well, I don't know if that's a call out, but it is something. Somebody's saying something. So, Matty, wherever you are, mate, I know you're not on until after the event, so you must be, I don't know, he's doing something. He's breaking atoms in the back of his shed there or whatever, but yeah, we want to see some.
So that's
we want to see some big grudges, and we want to see some call outs.
So Scotty Harker, can you get a post up of those two cars side by side, and you put the big verse, and let's promote those two guys going head to head. Want to see some staging games. We want to see it all. We want the action.
Look, we do want to see that, but
I don't want to see bird downs.
No, look, let's race. Let's race.
I know, man, but
let's race.
We need to bring the crowd into it.
Oh, the crowd will get into it, mate. You just get there and you just race, mate. Let's race, mate. You kind of like, do your thing, do your shit, get
bring
it done.
your marshmallows. Damn, Simon, you are on fire, brother.
Bring your marshmallows. There you go, mate, you know. Look, let's
this
see.
is definitely going to bring McCarthy out of...
McCarthy, where are you?
He doesn't go down without a fight there. But no, all good, guys. So, look, again, we want to thank our sponsors, Australian Muscle Car Sales, obviously Speedy Diffs now, Kenda 660, guys. Make sure you like and share their Facebook page. Scotty, make sure you like this, send this feed off to the 660 guys as well. I think we've got some great content for Radial Racing. Victor, any parting words for the Radial guys?
Guys, you've got a week and a half left. Get your shit, get it done, get it together. I don't want to hear no excuses, man. Do not leave anything on the table. Come, have fun, and if you can lay a number down, lay it down, man. The event is going to be off the hook. There's going to be 3-second passes. There will be multiples. If there isn't, there is something wrong. I can tell you now. Guys, this is going to get done. Don't let it go. Come to the event. You're working, you're not. I don't care. Just come on down. Come to Kenda. It is going to be awesome. Absolutely. Well, guys, you heard it there from Victor. Obviously, one of Australia's fastest 235 Radial guys, man. He knows what it takes. We know what it takes. Simon, thanks for your time, man. You know what it takes as well. So we're looking forward for the call out. And we want to thank you guys very much for all your help, mate, in getting this live feed with a good promotion. Nikki, sorry, we just seen Lanani is the first pairing for you. Is there any money being thrown down? If you need any backup, Nikki, let us know, mate. We're happy to support a fellow racer. See ya.